We're in Wanaka, we are. Right, let me just try and get sorted out of this end. Because it's a little bit windy, so hopefully the audio's not going to be too bad. Oh, come on, find the live stream, you can do it. There we go. Wow, what a day. 500 Ks today. Not a bad run. So, who have we got? We've got Simon Rawl. Morning, Simon. Hope you're all good, mate. Now, I did promise you a South Island pub crawl. The plan went to complete shit last night. I got to Hammer Springs, and there was a lad there that I met about a year ago, and the pints started flowing, and how can I say, he wasn't quite the kind of content that you'd want on your YouTube channel. I think the video would have got banned pretty much straight away. It was constantly swearing, so it would not have worked. Had to abort mission, and I thought, well, I'll try and get to Wanaka a little bit earlier than planned, so we've got a bit of daylight, and we can do a live stream from here. So, without further ado, I've got my cider, Monteith cider. Now, these are going to be quite short live streams, but I have to warn you, once the pint's gone, that's the live stream finished. Because I've still got a lot of work to do tonight. But we'll try and do one at every pub, most nights. I can't say every night, but most nights. Most destinations. I've got my tea. No pies at the moment. I had pie for, well, lunch actually. Now, what else have we got? Sorry, it's a bit different to in the workshop, so I'm sort of moving around trying to find my place. So we've got Khalid. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Khalid. We've got Daniel Beddle. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Daniel. Good to have you on board, mate. Jason, love the show. Well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. It's a bit of sunshine, isn't it? The sun will be going down behind the mountain in a few minutes, so it won't be quite so glary. Daniel, it's currently, oh my God, 1:30 a.m. in Virginia. Sorry, mate. My apologies. 1964 Squareback. Good evening, Andy. Well, good evening, Squareback. Nice to have you on board, mate. I'm looking at the stuff they've given me. They've given me some bready stuff and crackers. And look at this. I've got a platter. And they gave me a platter, look, of meats and dips and all sorts. Ah, there we are. Look, I found the knife. I was looking a bit confused then. I needed a knife to spread stuff. So where we're going to start, it's probably a bit of bread actually. Bear with me because I'm really hungry. Oh, that'll do. We'll just do that because, you know, we're from Yorkshire and we can do all sorts. Good job. Now, I'm not expecting very many viewers on these little live streams because I haven't really promoted it in advance, and it's a completely different time. Nobody was expecting it. So thank you very much for joining in. Now then, who have we got? Namador Jackson. Good morning, Andy. Well, good morning, Namador. Daniel Beddle. It's all good. Cheers, mate. He'll give you a break from renovating the house. Jason Bryan. Same here in New York City. 1:30 in the morning. Sorry, lads. George, good evening, Andy. Good evening, George. Matawix, is the beer $10 a glass? That's a good point, actually. I bet it was more than that. I'll have to check my bank statement because I didn't get a receipt for it. Just hang on a second. Bear with me, people. There's all sorts of communication devices going on here. It's not easy doing a live stream from a pub, believe me. Golly, where are we? That one. I don't know. I reckon it might be more than $10 here, because this is Wanaka, don't forget. This is not, you know, this is like Queenstown country. Everything's really expensive. Spent some money today. Oh, yeah. What's your name?
Danny.
Danny, come on, sit down.
Yeah.
Right, this is a live stream going out to the world on the Andy Mechanic YouTube channel.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey world.
So this is Danny. So that the lighting's terrible at the moment, but that sunshine's going to pop behind the mountain shortly, so we're all good there. So, great platter, by the way. Very nice.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Is it?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I just thought, well, it seems an easy thing to nibble away at.
Exactly. People come down, they just want to enjoy the view, have a few beers, pick at some nice food. Simple.
Job done.
So,
Keep it easy.
Yeah.
No, very happy with that. Thank you very much. So how long have you worked here for?
Not long. I actually only arrived in Wanaka in June.
Wow.
So I've only been in New Zealand since December.
So as soon as lockdown finished, you were like in the car,
Well, pretty much I was in the North Island and I thought,
out.
get down south as quick as possible before...
stay safe.
Exactly.
Because a lot less, there was hardly any outbreaks down there, was there?
No, pretty much next to
just
none.
the odd one in Christchurch and outside it, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it got contained quickly. So,
brilliant. So yeah, good choice.
Rushed down here for the winter. Got probably like the one job going in the whole of the winter season. I was like, quick, got to get a job.
Yeah, well done. I mean, it's not easy. And it's a bit of a worry, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It is. It is.
But things worked out perfectly in the end, and
good job.
anyway, I will leave you
to
it.
Well, say goodbye to everybody on the out in the real world.
Nice to meet you.
Maybe see you later on when I get another pint.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Danny. Cheers. Woohoo! Look at that ad hoc interview. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's amazing what goes on in Wanaka. So, where are we? I've got no idea. Right. Yeah, food, drink. Daniel, I happen to be awake and just got the notification. Sorry, mate. That's terrible. I didn't sleep very well last night, actually. I must admit, I didn't get to finish. What time was it? It was about half past 9. I got into Hammer Springs. It was quite a late run, and then went to the pub and didn't get back to the digs until about midnight. So yeah, it was a very short night. I had to be up early this morning. Lots of K's to drive and meetings and stuff. Jason, you keeping safe from COVID-19? Yeah, COVID-19. No problems at all in New Zealand, mate. It's all good. Everything's open. We're all back to normal. We've been back to normal for a long time. Namador, my regards to your friends and family there. Thank you very much. Matowix, did you fly Air New Zealand? No, I drove. I brought the ute down. I've just done when did I set off? I set off Monday morning. Oh, pardon me. Monday morning from Auckland. I drove up to Auckland Sunday night with Tool Girl Holly, dropped her off. Stayed in Auckland, picked up some stuff from head office, and then back home, called in at home, and then down to Wellington. So I got to Wellington about, I think it was about 7:15 in the evening. I didn't do too badly, really. Got the hammer down, tried to avoid the old policeman. And big problem the following day, actually, I was going to do a bit of the live stream, but to be honest, I wasn't in the right mood. The ferry was booked for 1:30 on the Tuesday, 1:30 in the afternoon on the Tuesday. And unfortunately, because we had some really bad weather and high winds in Wellington, they delayed the ferry. And we didn't actually sail until about 5:30, I think it was. We got going out of the port. So we didn't land. Didn't dock until 10:30 that night. It was a very slow crossing as well because it's quite choppy. Not all the way across, but just in certain places. So they had to, throttle down a little bit and just take it steady. And the boat was well overloaded. Every single spare inch of that of where the cars go and the trucks was chocker, absolutely chocker with vehicles. So we were probably sat a little bit low in the water as well. But we got sorted out. Got there about 10:30, and then we had to get round. I had to get round to Nelson. So that was it officially is a 2-hour run, but there is a little bit of a shortcut down Queen Charlotte's Drive, I think it's called. It's a bit of a rally stage, and it's good to do at night because obviously you've got the headlights. There's lots and lots of really twisty cambered corners, but obviously if it's night time, you get a bit of a heads up, a few seconds warning that there's a car coming the other way, so you can, throttle off a little bit and try and get to your side of the road. So that was quite a good little rally stage. Got the old adrenaline going, and that kept me awake till I got into Nelson. And I got to the hotel about, and it was too late to eat, I think it was. Did I go out? No, I didn't go out. I just went straight to sleep. It was midnight. It was bang on midnight when I got to maybe 5 minutes past midnight. So it was like, get to your room, get your head down kind of thing. So did that, and then had a meeting in Nelson, had a meeting in Muchuika, just down the road, and then had to blast over the hills to Hammer Springs, and that's the whole story joined together, really. Daniel sent me a picture. Hang on. I have to keep everything charged up because it was sort of an ad hoc kind of a live stream, and I hadn't really organised myself to. I know the laptop's charged up. The phone that I'm filming the live stream on is about 70%, but that's charging off a brick, which I hope is just hanging in there. And then this one's fully charged now, so we're all good. Right, Daniel, what did you say? Oh, look at this. You're doing another house. What the hell? Look at that. Oh, that's probably not going to show up there. Oh, there you go, look. Wow. Looking pretty good, mate. Good on you. Sorry about the quality of the photo. It's atrocious, isn't it? But that's the sunlight for you. My fault. That looks pretty good. So it looks like you're redoing the deck and the pillars and stuff. Oh, did you make a new deck? It looks very good. I need to make a deck at home, actually. Mrs. Mechanic's not happy because I keep doing stuff in the workshop. Thanks for the picture, Daniel. Appreciate it. So, where are we? Michael. It's a beautiful night in Wellington too, but I'd rather be in Wanaka. Must admit, there's definitely some perks of this job I have. It's the drive here was just phenomenal. I think it's Lake Tikapua somewhere, and you can see the mountain range on the other side. Even now, this time of year, still snow-capped, and it leads right down. I think it's Mount Cook at the far end. Could be wrong. Pretty sure it is. And Mount Cook, still plenty of snow on it. But no, the weather today was just absolutely perfect. Is that any better? That was a bit better. There we are. Look, I'll just sit over here a little bit and try and move the laptop around. There we go. That's a lot better. Right. Very disorganised today. Now then. Kill Switch. Hey, good evening, Kill Switch. How's it going? Hey, Andy. Just popped in before I head off to work. Stay safe, buddy. I will. Thank you very much, mate. It's I've probably done about. I haven't worked it out completely, but yeah. I mean, I'm probably about 600 k's in, maybe 700 kilometres in on this journey, and I think it's going to be a total of around about 5,000 kilometres over the next couple of weeks. So today was the last long run for a while, so things will calm down a bit now. I've got a bit more work to do rather than just drive. But the roads are pretty clear. No problems at all, apart from some idiot drivers going slow. Sunday drivers out practicing, that's what I say. Now then, Nick, greetings from Sydney, man. Cheers, Nick, appreciate that, mate. Matowix, how many hours straight can you drive without a break? Without a break, 5 at a push. I'm talking about a break of maybe just 5 minutes. That's all you need. You've just got to stimulate your mind again a little bit. I think I had 2 stops today, this afternoon, on that, and it was a 550. No, it was 550 k's this afternoon. I did another 50 k's this morning. So I was 600 kilometers today. But I had 2 stops. I think one was for fuel and pie. That was lunch. And then the other one was just a 5-minute stop at Lake Tikapau just to admire the view and catch up with some emails and stuff. So, Daniel, can't wait for you to visit the US. Very much looking forward to it, actually. And Canada, because as you know, Charlotte lives in Canada, my eldest daughter. And I have to go and see her. I've not seen her for a long time. And I really miss her. A lot, actually. Hey, those little scarf things that she's making for the dogs, I might have showed you on a live stream previously. In fact, I'll show you again because she's doing ever so well. She's sold loads of them. I think she's doing them too cheap, to be honest. Let me see if I can find her. Hang on. So it's Aussie, it's actually the Aussie is the thingamajig. Let's just see if we can find that. There we go. There you go, look, maybe the sunshine's not so bad now. So you've got actually the Aussie on Instagram. You go on there. Oh my word, what's going on there? You go on there and then you'll see all the stuff that she's been making. and she's got one of those. Is it an Etsy store? I think. Yeah, Etsy. Etsy.com/nz/shop/attire by Archie. Yeah, look. On there, that bit there, look. Attire by Archie. So if you've got a little pooch, go and check it out because they're really smart. I actually ordered some for Marmite and they arrived the other day. Charlotte doesn't know they've arrived yet. I didn't tell her. And Marmite's got no idea. She's going to get them for Christmas. But they look pretty cool. And all handmade as well. Good job, Chalky. Yes, going back to Matowix's comments or question about how many hours I've driven straight. The longest day I've ever done driving was down to Penzance from Scarborough and back, and that was 21 hours. We did have some stops, obviously, but that was a ridiculous long day. It was like, I think it was 927 miles with a car trailer. Went down empty, came back full. But that, I don't want to do that again. That was just ridiculous. But I've probably not far off equaled that when I did the Rescue Charlotte videos. Actually, that was getting back was full on, absolutely ridiculous. I was so tired that night when we got home. Now, Matowix, it costs more in gas than to fly. Well, look at the big picture, all right? If I fly down, I've got to hire a car. It's $100 a day for Avis for the car hire. I'm down here for 18 days. Now, sure, if I flew down, you could probably shave off 3 days from that. So that takes you down to 15 days. That's $1,500 in car hire. Now, the ferry crossing costs work out about the same as the flight. So you can basically just ignore those two. They balance each other out. I'm sure as hell not going to spend $1,500 on fuel and 3 additional nights accommodation. And I have the flexibility of my own truck, and I get to carry all my tools with me, my diagnostic gear. It's just such a palaver trying to do travel by plane when you're a tech and you've got all your gear, because, you know, you can't do carry-on and then you've got to pay extra for luggage on the plane, and it takes longer to get it off the other end. I'd just rather drive, in all honesty, and it gives me flexibility. I've got a meeting in Palmerston North that I can do on my way back north. I wouldn't be able to do that if I was on the plane. Coming down from Auckland, I got to call them at home and had a couple of hours at home. I actually edited a video before I then carried on as well, so it gave me a bit of a break. So it's pretty cool. It all worked out really, really well, which is most unlike me. But then, of course, the ferry didn't go at the right time, so that was the one hiccup. So, I hear what you're saying. For me, the truck's better. George, do you have any playlists for these long drives, or just radio? Well, normally, I have a selection of CDs. Believe it or not, I've still got a CD player on my truck. I've got a selection of CDs that Mrs. Mechanics took me out, and it was mainly Pink today. I do like Pink, she's very good. But every now and again, whenever I can get radio frequency, I'll just tune into the local radio station and just, you know, see what's going on, because it's a bit different to listen to. A lot of it, unfortunately, in New Zealand is very boring. So it doesn't take long before Pink goes back on again. But I do mix it up, you know, the Cause as well. Some pretty good songs from the Cause. But I haven't gone all digital yet. I don't have a playlist as such. I'm not that. It doesn't bother me. I can drive for hours without the radio on at all. Now then, Daniel, actually that house was just a shell. Holy shit. Later on today I'm going to be installing the cabinet, sink and cooktop island. Man, you are full on, aren't you? Good job. Namador Jackson, please, what your plans for We Mechanics today? So I think you mean what's my plan for today? Well, pub, that's it. I've done my work today. I had 2 meetings, 2 calls, one in Culverden and then one in Christchurch. Solved the problems and, you know, got the hammer down and got to Wanaka for my pint. What was it all about? And speak to you guys. So, Daniel, To get from Pennsylvania to Virginia, it's a 7-hour drive one way, and I made it 7 trips. Holy shit! Within 2 weeks, while I happened to be working on the red vans. I know you remember our conversation on them. Yes, I do. Matawix, I just saw it's a 21-hour drive to Wanaka. How can that be cheaper than flying, or do you have jobs on the way down? No, I've already done 1, 2, 3. I've already done 4 calls coming down. So flying just doesn't work. And to give you an idea of cost on fuel, I filled up in Christchurch and then filled back up again in Wanaka about half an hour ago when I got here, and it cost 47 New Zealand dollars in fuel for the ute to get from Christchurch to Wanaka. That's about 500. No, it's about 400 and something k's, I think. But it's still a long way. And there was, lots of accelerating and braking and stuff, which uses a lot more fuel. I wasn't driving economically, put it that way. So it's actually quite economical, that truck, to be honest. It does pretty well. Daniel Bedell. The vans that had the red Thunderbolt on the instrument cluster. Ah, yes, I remember that well. Matawix. Okay, that makes sense. Matawix, you would think your company would hire a South Island rep. Yes, but don't say it too loud, because I actually like the South Island, so I like coming here. So if you hire somebody else, Andy won't get to come to the South Island anymore. And I like the South Island. This is a bit like a busman's holiday for me. Yes, I've got work to do, but I enjoy the trip as well. You've got to do, haven't you, really? And it's nice just to put all the repairs on hold for a couple of weeks, weekends, do other stuff, just chill out, because it's been a hell of a year, it really has. And that was one of the reasons why I decided to do this trip just before Christmas, just to try and wind down a little bit. Danny Taylor, hey Andy, do you want another cider? How's the waitress? Oh, I can't spell. Delete. Danny's bringing me another cider. I better drink up. Jeez. Right. Now I need another cider. It won't be long. God, she's a good waitress, isn't she? Very impressed. And she wasn't scared of the camera either. Might have to have a South Island workshop, and we can get her in the workshop, can't we? Now. Matawix. What do you do if you can't fix the customer's bikes?
And the cider.
Look at that. You are fancy logging on and watching the live. That's bloody brilliant.
What else am I going to do?
You are so good, I tell you.
I wanted to suss out. I was like, Andy Mechanic, let's see.
There you go.
There we go. And I've subscribed.
Oh wow, got a subscriber as well. It's just over 60,000 now.
There we
Fantastic.
go. Right, enjoy your cider.
Easy. Cheers, Danny. Thanks. What service? I'm going to come here again. This is great. Fantastic. Oh, I also found out Mum's been watching my live streams. That's brilliant. She said it's the only way she can communicate with me, or at least see what's going on in my life, because I never write to her. Oops, sorry, Mum. Now.
I'm not a bad stage here. You're getting close.
So, not all the calls are technical, diagnostic calls. Most of them are just catch up with the dealers, text, go through any problems they've had in the last few months, go through any warranty stuff, make sure the diagnostic tool's all up to date and everything, and really just have a chat with them really. There are times where I get called in to do diagnostic work and we can't find the fault. Usually because it's an intermittent fault and it's not causing that problem during my visit. We can't replicate the fault, so you can't find the problem with the bike. And that's very frustrating because sometimes it takes a lot of time and effort to get to a particular dealer in the middle of nowhere to do that work. But that's just what you've got to accept sometimes. So you do your best. I can't wave a magic wand. None of us can. Not apart from Harry Potter. So, Rowan C. Good morning, Mr. Andy. Hope you are well. Yeah, I'm pretty good actually. I'm in pretty good spirits today. I've sort of caught up with my sleep. I was really knackered the other day, but I'm alright now. Dirty Scout. Jeez. Cheers from the east coast of the USA. Sounds like you got it all planned out. Good luck and stay safe. Cheers, Dirty. Appreciate that. Yeah, things are okay at the moment, to be honest. I've got a lot of work to do when I get back. But for now, just focus on a few live streams for you guys, get the driving done, a few visits, and we're all good, really. Now then, Daniel, can you explain to me why an old school truck, such as my 92 Chevy Silverado, 5.7 litre gets close to the same fuel efficiency as modern cars? My truck's laden weight is 5750, that's probably pounds rather than kilograms, and I did over an 800 mile. It's crazy. I mean, my old Nissan Patrol, non-turbo, weighs about 2,500 kilograms, empty, is really good on fuel. It's not particularly powerful, but it's really good on fuel. But modern cars, they are very, very good on fuel. I mean, for me to drive, if I drove from Christchurch to Wanaka in my Patrol, would I have used $50 worth of diesel? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe slightly less. Maybe 45 bucks worth. It's a bit hard to say, you know. And it would have taken me a lot longer because it's not particularly. It doesn't have performance. It just gets you there. It's a lot comfier in the Ranger as well. I mean, don't forget, there's a lot of emission control stuff on modern engines, which can, you know, it tends to zap the power from the engine, so that sort of works against it a little bit. So, no, I can't, you know, other than that, I can't really say, to be honest. I mean, we do naturally think that more and more the manufacturers tell us that modern engines are far more fuel efficient than the old ones. And we just believe them, don't we? Most of us. Oh! We'll look at the cost of the pint, won't we? That's when we got rudely interrupted by Danny. What a nice lass. I have to buy her a drink later on for her help. And none of that was planned, by the way. I didn't stage any of that. That just happened. Okay, so a pint of Monteith's. And she has my card, so she might have charged me already for the second pint, I don't know. It is $10. It is exactly $10, not $9.99 or $10 and a cent. It's exactly $10 for a pint of cider. So there you go, second pint. Cheers. I did say that I was only going to have one pint with you guys, but it seems Danny brought me another one. We'll keep going until the batteries start to die, which may not be too long at this rate. Forgive me, I've got to eat my tea because there's a lot to get through. Right, so Daniel, your truck is petrol. Or you said gas. $35 gallons of petrol is quite a lot, right, to be honest. I mean, to fill up the ute with diesel is about $100, and it's about $1.50 a litre. So what's that? 70 litres? 80 litre tank? Something like that. You divide it by 5. Okay, 40 gallons. Is that right? No, 5, 18, 5, 20, 18, 17. So it's a much smaller tank than what you've got, believe me. Okay. No fuel additive. No. Lynn Hoskins, Andy, don't you guys have to wear a mask in New Zealand? No, not The only time you've got to wear a mask is on public transport in Auckland City, I believe, and that's it. At the moment, we're at level 1, and there's no requirement. Some people still do, don't get me wrong, they do, but you don't have to. And I don't in any way feel threatened by it. I haven't even thought about it for the last few weeks. So it really is in the back of my mind. Matwix, it looks cold there. It's actually got a lot colder than last night. As soon as that sun dropped behind the mountain there, which improved the camera work, but it's got a little bit chilly. But it's like a hot day in Scarborough, so we're all good. Anthony Young, what time is it there, Andy? Is it? It's 1:56 a.m. in the USA. Sorry, lads. The time is 1 minute past 8 in the evening, to be exact. Matawix, are there any Hoysung scooters down there? No, not here. There are in New Zealand, but there isn't on this particular road at the moment.
Okay, all good.
Jordan Gayo, hi, Jordan. Thanks for joining us. I've no idea. Oh my word, there's loads of them. I'm way behind on the comments. AJ44. Hey Andy, from Winnipeg, Canada. Drove over 900 kilometers today. Jumped in the bunk to go to sleep and saw your live stream. Oh mate, honestly, I feel so bad for keeping you guys all awake. Have to watch. Going to be a long day tomorrow. It's 1 a.m. here. It is. I've done the last 3 days were long days for me. Tomorrow is a much easier day. Looking forward to getting tomorrow out there. Sergeant Joe Smith, where's Holly? Well, she's not here, obviously. She's in Auckland. Sergeant Joe Smith, hi Andy. Hi Sergeant Joe Smith. Or Joe. Joe will do fine, won't it? Hi Joe. Matawix, $10 a pint. I wouldn't get drunk there. Man, you could spend a lot of money on $10 a pint, couldn't you? Ramador Jackson, please can you explain to me why my Chevrolet Calos 1.4 engine does not start after I did a major overhaul? Though my engine timing is accurate, fuel and ignition system is also working properly. Thanks. Well, maybe your ignition timing is out, you know, by 180 degrees or something. So I'm not that familiar with that particular car. I don't know how old it is. I don't know what ignition system it's got on it. If it's got a distributor, maybe you've got your HT leads, you know, mixed up on the distributor cap. So yeah, that's more often than not the reason. But if it's fuel injected, then check your fuel pumps working, check you've got fuel pressure, and check that your injectors are opening and closing when you crank the engine. That's all easy checks to do. Just get a screwdriver and listen, put it against the injector when somebody cranks, and you should be able to go tick, 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 tick. Or you can use a little test light. It's dead easy. You're missing something. You're either missing a spark, or you're missing fuel, or it's happening at the wrong time, and it'd be your ignition timing that's the issue. Matawix, imagine having a stag do there at $10 a pint. Well, that'd be okay, because as the stag, you wouldn't be expected to pay for any of it. But yeah, your mates probably would go home pretty early because they'd be skint. Lynn Hoskins, thanks Annie, cheers. Joe, oh here we go. Does it crank? Timing isn't 100 edges off. Not familiar with that motor. There you go. Exactly the same. John Tyson, I holidayed there for 15 Christmases. Bloody hell. That wouldn't have been cheap. Now we got somebody sent a message. Oh, Daniels. What have we got? Oh, there we are. Daniel's truck. Look at that. What a machine. And we've got a picture of his engine as well, look. There you go. Now, I mean, to be fair, I've never worked on American stuff really, so I just don't know about it, but it's nice to see the pictures. And I watch a lot of Erico on South Main Auto and Ivan and stuff, so that helps to fill in the gaps a little bit. But it is what it is. I fix quad bikes and motorcycles and that kind of thing, and those guys fix other stuff. And that is what keeps it interesting, isn't it? Oh my word. Anthony Young, that Chevy 1.4 is a coil pack engine which runs off a crank sensor, so it could be the crank sensor is out of adjustment. Ah, okay, copy that. I mean, just pull a spark plug out and see if you've got a spark to start off with. I think that's the important thing. Now then, Daniel, 0 TDC without the computer hooked up, and it advances to 12 degrees. Okay. AJ44, what brought you to New Zealand from the UK? The global financial crisis forced me out of the UK. Pretty much I had to make a decision pretty quick. And we'd already bought a house in New Zealand, so it was a natural choice. You know, when the time came, and that was the time, get out. I bought the house a few years earlier. Nick, your $10 New Zealand is equal to about 7 US. Oh, believe me, alcohol's not cheap in New Zealand, especially in Wanaka or Queenstown. I think I'm in Queenstown tomorrow night for 3 nights actually. It's going to get real expensive, and there's a strip club there as well. So it has the potential of getting very expensive. Oh no. I'll have to behave myself and try and save some money, I think. I've only ever been there once, so don't think that I frequent strip clubs all the time, I don't. Now then. John Tyson, yeah, camping around the Glendew Bay. I think I drove past there. Daniel Beddle, Ivan has actually worked on my truck. You're a very lucky chap, you've got Ivan working on it. He's a good bloke. I do hope one day to meet Ivan and Eric and a few of the other guys over there. John Tyson, 50 years ago. Holy shit. That's a very long time ago. Nemador, thanks Andy. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thanks matey. Matowix, do you own any classic bikes? Classic? That would be over 25 years old, I suppose, is the definition of classic. So, yes, we do. We've got an old Yamaha SR125 that came from the UK. That's definitely over 25 years old. Ben's got 2. I mean, okay. If you mean classic like old BSAs and stuff, the answer is categorically no. Very, very expensive in New Zealand. I've fixed a few over the years, and I do like them. Crazy money over here, and in all honesty, there are. Oh, there's a bird. You know, that's a hobby in itself. You know, you're constantly tinkering away with them and stuff. And I don't have the time, in all honesty. Not at the moment. Maybe in the future, Andy will get to it, but not for now. Cody, have you ever worked on a greenfield ride-on mower? I haven't. I've only ever worked on one ride-on mower, and that was Ben's, which is a little John Deere. I forget the model. It's now incredibly dangerous, as he's changed the belt drive to chain drive. So I won't go anywhere near it anymore, and it's just sat in the garden rusting away. Because it's failed so many. Nobody can go anywhere near the garden when Ben's cutting the grass, in fear of the chain flicking off and taking your leg off. Because it runs at 3, so when it's at full RPM, the chain's running at 3 times its designed maximum speed. Nick Martin, good day Andy. Just got my 1991 ZX R250. Headed to Auckland in a couple of weeks. Care to join for a ride? As always, keep up the great videos. Well, Nick, Auckland might be a problem because I won't be there. I'm going to be in the South Island until the 18th of December, so I might miss you, unfortunately. But you know, next time you're passing past Taupo, let me know, and we'll meet up somewhere, maybe for a pint, maybe go for a bit of a ride. It all depends on the schedule, doesn't it? But thanks for the offer, do appreciate it. Matowix, how much is the hotel per night? I would say here is probably about 180 New Zealand dollars a night. I mean, all the prices have come down substantially because there's less demand. So the hotels are fighting for those for the business. So it has helped. Queenstown, before COVID, so last year, you couldn't really get anywhere that wasn't, you know, reasonable for $300, $280 to $300 a night. So it was very expensive. But it has all come down. I think Queenstown at the moment you can get somewhere for like 160. So you know, it's actually, I won't say half price, but almost half price at the moment, which is bloody good, really good. Flights are more expensive, so another reason for driving. Only by a bit, though, to be fair. That's not the reason why I drove down. Matowix, a beer at a Queenstown strip club is probably $50. No, it's not that much. You probably pay about 15 instead of 10 for a beer. I'm not an expert, but you know, they make plenty of money. You got to pay to get in for a start, unless you go early. If you go early, they'll let you in free. Daniel, I take it I can take you to his house when you get here to the States. That would be great. Cheers, mate. Yeah, definitely going to come to the States. I'm just going to wait for all this COVID stuff to go away. Daniel, then the three of us go to SMA. That would be even better. Brilliant stuff. Cody. What a story. Wow. I was curious. They are an Australian-made and owned company, but have been bought out by COX. So I'm interested to see what they bring out next. What are we talking about there, Cody? You completely lost me there. Cody, where is he? What was your last comment? I can't find your comment. I'm useless. All right, okay, we'll move on. Josh, hello, Andy. Been a long time, a long bloody time. It has. Sorry, I haven't been online for a long while. Was in hospital. What? Was in hospital for 2 months for being positive for COVID-19. Been sick and now recovered at home. Oh, well done, mate. I'm first of all very sorry that you got the virus. If that's what it is. I think it is a virus, isn't it? I don't really hear of many viewers catching it, so a bit of feedback. You know, very sorry that you got ill because of it. But great news that you've made a recovery and you're now back at home. And welcome to the live stream again. It's good to have you on board. Thanks, Daniel. I can't show that. YouTube will get upset. I've just noticed. Sorry, I'm talking with cheese in my mouth. I've just noticed that I didn't send a message to Danny for the second pint. So that means that Danny must be watching the live stream behind the bar. Hi, Danny. I don't need another pint just yet. Oh, this is good grub, actually. Real tasty. Oh, we've got an envelope to open. So, Alan Cook sent this all the way from England to the PO box, and that's the address there if you want to send anything. Always like to get some mail through the post. It's pretty cool seeing English stamps in. I haven't seen those for a long time. And Alan lives in Wales, believe it or not. And he's been bugging me, saying, have you got my letter? Have you got my letter? And it hadn't turned up, but it has turned up now. The thing to bear in mind is New Zealand is a long way from anywhere. And of course, with all the delays in freight and stuff, post tends to be pretty slow. Right, let me find something to open. I don't want to destroy the envelope, so let's see if we can open it from this side, because he's put loads of tape on it and stuff, because, you know, we went a long way. Right, I don't want to damage what's inside. There's definitely something in here. I don't get a lot of post, to be fair. I get very little mail. I used to get quite a bit, but I get very little. Right, okay. No money, which is fine. That was a joke, Alan. Okay, so what have we got? We've got something in a little bubble pack thing, and we've got a letter. So, what have we got? Here we go. Alan says, "Dear Andy, thank you for a sticker and you doing well with the Tool Girls in New Zealand. Here's your special spanner." A special spanner, okay. Now I like spanners, but a special spanner, wow. Okay. Bear with me because I'm going to be quite delicate with this because it's all taped up. But it's quite windy down here. So let me just try and open this up with Mr. Forky. Tape everywhere. Right. Oh, just while I think on, we are at, what's it called, this place? It's called the Trout Cafe Restaurant and Bar, and it's in Wanaka. So if you ever come to Wanaka, you've got to call in and you've got to say hello to Danny, because she's, and insist that Danny's your waitress, because she's obviously very good. Very attentive, I'll give her that. Compliments all round, Danny. Good job. Okay. I have a spanner. I have a special spanner. Oh, look at that. Right. Looks to me like he's 3D printed a spanner for me. Look at that. And it looks like a 10mm. And it's got on there Andy Mechanic. What a bloke. Thank you very much, Alan. Really appreciate that. That's going to go somewhere very safe and very special. I'm going to do like some kind of a sealed glass sort of perspex cabinet for in the workshop. You know, on those shelves, those old school shelves that I put above the lathe, or near the lathe, but yeah, above the lathe. Try and put stuff in there that's to keep it clean and tidy, because you know the workshop gets, when I'm shop blasting or painting, everything just gets lathered and it just destroys things. So that will definitely get a home in that cabinet. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I'll put it in my bag somewhere safe. In fact, I'll put it back in here. I'll put it back in the bubble wrap, because that way, if I can get it back in, I might have to unwrap it. So yeah, very cool. Really appreciate that, Alan, and for sending it all the way from the UK as well. It's not easy. You know, it takes a lot of effort these days to put things in envelopes and write letters, and especially when you make a spanner specifically as well. It's you know, it's not a 5-minute job, is it? Right. Wrap that up. We'll put it all back together again, because I do keep all the letters that I get sent. They're all in the Tool Girl cabinet at home, actually. There's quite a few of them in there over the years. There we go. All safe there, Daniel. It's in the bag. It's safe. Right, we need some more food. How are we doing for the old questions? Hang on, I've got to go back. Right. Willis Brown. Hey, brother. Hi, Willis. Daniel Beddle. That's how it's pronounced. Cheers, mate. Cox. Okay. I actually have a Cox store about 2 blocks away from me. Matowicks. Go to the RSC or a bowling club. It's cheaper for beers and meals. It is. I'm not paying. It's all right. It's all part of the, you know, the package thing that I have with my employer. It's all good. Plus, this is a nice place. I wanted to get you, you know, somewhere on the front so I can show you the water.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I reckon it's your birthday.
Well, it could be. It's not really. So April is my birthday. April the 3rd. Right. So, there you go, look. So you can see the lake. Behind those cars is a lake. Very nice. It's very posh down here. Maybe that's why I put on a posh accent for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, it's not my birthday, by the way. Jesus. Now then, AJ44, eyes are getting heavy. Sorry, mate. And for the safety of the motoring public and to keep my truck going straight tomorrow, this trucker is going to hit the sack. Take care, brother. Till the next one. Drive safe and try and get a good night's kit. Absolutely. All right, AJ. See you around, mate. Good night. Daniel, good day for AJ44. Yes, be safe. Anthony Young, yeah, me got to get some Z's too. Got to get up early in the morning. Willis Brown, 10mm. You have snap-on tools where you are? Of course we do. I don't buy any. I mean, I do have a few snap-on ones, but I'm a Tang Tools guy through and through at the moment. And actually, my first socket set that I ever bought was Tang. I like them because they're not over expensive and they're very good for what they are. Willis Brown. Give you a hand. Wash your hands. What do you mean wash my hands? There's nothing on my hands. They're clean, look. Why would I want to wash my hands? There's no COVID in New Zealand anyway. We're all good. Lol. Right. I've actually reached the end of the comments. Okay, we don't want to make this live stream. Oh, it's 51 minutes. What the hell? It's supposed to be like 20 minutes for a quick pint. Anyway, was he drunk? He probably was actually. All right, let's round it off to an hour, just because we're nearly there, just for you guys. So if you've got any more questions, now is the time. After that guy saying happy birthday, Lord. Yeah. Daniel, have you ever used a big nasty? No, I don't. I don't have one of those air hammer tools like Eric. He's just got a new one, by the way. I saw that. I saw a post on Facebook, and it looks very good. I did actually, and this is bad customer service for Ingersoll Rand, I think it is. I sent them an email asking them for a distributor in Auckland to sell me one of those, and they never got back to me. Honestly, customer service in New Zealand is terrible. And then they wonder why they're not getting sales. What's going on? You know, I want to buy one. I've got the money to buy one. Just tell me where the shop is to go and buy one, and I'll go and buy it. I don't get it. David Harding, hi from Texas. Well, David, hi from Wanaka. It's a bit chilly now. I did bring my jacket. I might put my jacket on in a minute. We'll see. Right, got to keep going because there's a lot of food to get through actually. Heaps of meat. Good. It's really good actually. Mmm. Hang on. Keep jumping around. Willis Brown, where are Tang tools? I have the big nasty. I don't use it though. Stuck to old ways. Oh mate, if you've got a big nasty, you've got to use it. I think Tang tools aren't they out of Sweden or somewhere? Let's have a look. I think it's Sweden. I used to know. Somebody else will know. I think it is Sweden though. Put me right if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. Brandon's going to kill me now because I should know all this kind of stuff. Now then, Willis Brown. Sorry, where are they based out of? We'll find out in a second. Daniel Bedell. Well, you can write a letter to Astro Tools. I'm sure that will be corrected. I should do that, shouldn't I? But they already sponsor Eric, so it wouldn't be fair to try and jump on the bandwagon. I'm quite happy to pay for one, to be honest. Michael, and it might have worked on that pivot bolt on the DR200. Who knows? Would have been pretty cool to see it get that out of there. Michael, Andy, when are you coming back through Wellington? I'll show you my 4G63T van. Wellington, hang on. I can tell you. Bear with me. Got to look at my pictures, my schedule. Messenger. getting tired now. That one. Right. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Right. Try to pick some Thursday morning. I'll be in Wellington on the night of Wednesday, the 16th of December. And I have to leave in the morning of the Thursday, because that's when I get home, Thursday night. Thought it was the 18th, it's not the 17th. Useless. Anyway, it'll all work out. Wow, it's just getting cold. So, where are we at? Oh, hang on. Can you pan the camera around? Yeah, of course I can. In fact, I'm going to switch it round to the front camera. There you go, look. This is where we are. So that's the front of the pub. There's a little courtyard to the left. But everybody's gone home. I'm here on my own now. It was really busy earlier on. That's your lake over there, look. It's probably a lot better quality now because there's a better camera that side. And then if you look down the street, there you go, look. So you've got the street view. I can't really see the screen there. The street view. And you can see, if I come over here a little bit, because we can do that because it's mobile, you can see the snow-capped mountain in the background. I wonder if it'll zoom in, hang on. Oh, look at that! Yeah, you see? Very posh. It's a nice place to be, I must admit. It's very good. Right, turning round again. Jeez. There we go. Right, get rid of the wires. Okay, so hopefully that pan round was good for you. Oh, I had some news today. The front brake parts for the CB750K2 have turned up. Hopefully all of them turned up, so they're on the way down from Kai Tyre as we speak. Bonnie's going to ship those tomorrow. And there's a few more parts for Holly's DR200 that turned up as well. They're going to come with those at the same time. And I picked up some multi-core HT lead for the CB750K2 as well from Muchwika while I was there. So I'm just getting everything lined up to get those projects smashed out over the Christmas period, you know, once I get back basically. So we'll be able to get the CB750 done before I go back to work in January, and the DR200 done and out of the way, and I've made a start on that little buggy of Jared's because we've got the pipe bending machine now. Now then, hopefully the audio's not too bad. The wind's starting to pick up, so my apologies there. Oh, hang on. So will you be seeing more videos on the CB750 soon? You're not going to see any until probably Christmas time, because I don't get back home until the 17th. There's no more videos in the can. I want to get the DR200 finished first because that's easy. Just get it out of the way, put the last few parts on and done. And then I've got the rewire to do on the loom for the ignition system. Fit the points, do the testing, and then fit the electronic ignition with the new coils. And then obviously there'll be a video on probably do the front brake first to get that. So at the moment when I'm pushing it around, it's pretty dodgy without a front brake because it's a bit of a slope out of the garage. So I'll get the front brake done first, makes it safe to move around, and then we'll do the wiring and the upgrade the ignition. Fingers crossed it'll start on all 4 cylinders, and then we're all good. So those videos should go out over Christmas, if not, you know, early in the new year. But I'll be focused very much on making videos for you as soon as my employment I won't say it ceases, but as soon as I start my holidays, basically. What's your favourite tool in your arsenal? Oh, magic hammer. Obviously, I do like the magic hammer. 1964 squareback. Will we be seeing more videos? Sorry, covered that one. Sorry. Lynn Hoskins, Andy. Whatever happened to Tool Girl Hannah? Tool Girl Hannah went to go and live in Australia. She lives up near Brisbane, on the Gold Coast, somewhere near there, and she's very happy with her daughter, and yeah, she's just over there doing that now. She's got a good career, she's doing a lot of modelling work, and she is very happy. So, terrible loss to the channel, obviously. I really enjoyed making videos with Hannah. She was great, very good with the camera, very, very talkative, and, you know, she knew how to work the camera, that girl, I'll tell you that. But she did her time, you know. She was a great tool girl while she was here, and I wish her all the best, you know, for a modelling career. And she doesn't need my luck, to be honest. She's already making it work. She's doing a great job. Whether the channel gave her a foot up, I doubt it. She was already doing really well with the modelling before she even became a tool girl. So, you know, she's just naturally good. Michael, gonna email me. Okay, Michael, no problem. Daniel, I can't believe that Ivan gave me his old Snap-on Veris Pro. And it's been over a year you've had it in your possession. Now, he's a very generous chap, is Ivan. He's a clever bloke as well, I'll give him that.
Come on, Grandpa. Grandpa, let's go. Come on, Grandpa. Come on, Grandpa.
Sorry, mate. Wanaka is an amazing place. I can't show you a comment because it's got some bad words in it, and YouTube don't like that kind of stuff. MG, hello Andy, nice surprise, but can't stay. Got to go to work. Are you on Sunday? Yes, Sunday morning, 8:30 a.m. as normal from Queenstown. Probably pretty chilly in the morning as well. I'll try and get a coffee before we start. Willis, hey, enjoy that thing, Daniel. That's a great tool, absolutely. Arthur B, beautiful view, only to relax with a girl. Yeah. Daniel, have you ever watched the YouTube channels called Cars and Cameras or Jonathan W? I haven't. You guys tell me of all these. I never get any work done when I watch all these channels. I'll check them out, Daniel. Thank you. Willis Brown, what's your favourite tool in your arsenal? Covered that. Which is the magic hammer, by the way. If in doubt, give it a clout, that's what I say. But the go-kart guys. My go-kart? Jared's go-kart? Oh, there's a channel called the go-kart guys. I'll check it out. Okay. I think, what are we on? An hour and a minute. An hour and 2 minutes. We're done. That's it. I've got to crack on my tea. Get Danny a drink, obviously. He's such a good sport. I will see you tomorrow night. Probably a similar kind of time. Not really sure. I'll try and aim for like 6:30, 7 p.m. New Zealand time. While it's still a bit of light, you know, because it makes it a lot better for the live stream rather than trying to do it in darkness. So until then, people, stay safe and, you know, enjoy life, because you never quite know how long it's going to be that you're going to be around for. It sounds morbid, doesn't it? But no, take every day, make the best use of every day that you've got. That's what I'm trying to say. I certainly do. Okay, crew, well, that's it. A pint and a half with Andy in Wanaka. See you around. Over and out.